Ooh, girl, come on. Cut it out. Anywho. What's up, you guys? My name is Kiki, and you're watching Kiki with the News. So today is a beautiful Sunday here in Sacramento, California. It is May the 29th, 2022. We are in the mid-70s today. It's around 77 degrees, so we're getting that nice, beautiful sunshine, okay? For the weekday, we are going to be in the mid 80s to low 90s. We are heating up just a little bit, which isn't so bad because for the last couple of weeks, it has been extremely hot. We have been in like the high 90s, and we had a couple of like days that were in the 100s. So we're starting to cool back down a little bit. For the weekend, we are definitely going to cool down. Obviously, it's going to be in the low 70s, low 80s. We are going to get a couple of days though. It's going to be partially cloudy, and maybe 1 or 2 days of the weekend we might get a little bit of showers, a little bit of late showers during the evening. So be on the lookout for that and prepare for that as well. For the evening, for the beginning of this week, it is going to be consistent low 50s. We're getting that nice cool breeze around 53, 54 degrees. For the weekend, we're still going to be a little bit in the 50s, but more of like 57 degrees, 58 degrees. Still consistent with the evening weather. We're getting that nice chill breeze. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the weather for this weekend. Now we're going to go straight to the news.
With gas prices at all-time highs across the country, some bike riders are turning to a less expensive alternative: electric motorcycles. We sent CBS 8's Heather Hope to the only zero electric bike dealership in town for a closer look at the new trend.
Electric motorcycle rider Gabe Pinto likes how his bike makes a light whizzing noise instead of the loud rumble of traditional gas-powered motorcycles.
So when you rev it up, it makes a cool sound like zoom, zoom.
The 27-year-old of Riverside says he fell in love with his new Energica Ego Plus RS that costs about $34,000.
Probably the fastest sport electric motorcycle in the world.
There's no clutch, no gear, and no gas tank.
This is actually the brain of the bike. Most components are sitting in here.
Gabe joined a few dozen riders in San Diego Sunday for the end of the Bridge the Bay's third annual electric motorcycle rally.
Every time we pull up into our charger, we get 1,000 questions from everyone around us, like, what is this? I've never seen one. What do they do?
Gabe says people are stunned that an electric bike can go 200 miles before needing a charge. He's been to Vegas, Disneyland, and San Francisco on his bike and can charge up to 60 miles in 30 minutes at a rest stop.
It's barely enough time to get, a burger, and you're back on the road.
And you'll see a wide variety of gas-powered motorcycles. Here at Triumph San Diego, I'm on a Zero bike. This is the only place where you can get a Zero motorcycle here in San Diego. And did you know these bikes are waterproof?
It's actually really, really nice.
New riders interested can check out the handful of electric motorcycle brands, including Harley-Davidson's Livewire.
This is a smaller bike, smaller battery, less speed, less power, less range.
The charging port is in a different spot for each bike. One Zero bike has a port that can plug right into any outlet.
Each year they get better. Just think of it as an electric vehicle on two wheels. I've ridden to Florida on this bike. There's nothing to stop you from taking these across the country now.
A quiet and energy-efficient motorcycle, electric riders say, come with a lot of advantages.
You're not paying for gas. You're not doing oil changes. As soon as people sit on it, when you get that smile on your face, you never go back.
Heather Hope, CBS 8.
So that's pretty cool. Would I get an electric motorcycle? Probably not. I have really bad anxiety when it comes to being on the road and being around traffic. I always feel like I'm going to die in a car accident one day, and I knock on wood. But it's terrifying sometimes, especially here, in California. We have crazy drivers. But it's so funny because the guy in the video, he spent about $34,000 on his motorcycle bike. It's called the Energica. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Ego Plus RS. I'm looking at the board here because I'm trying to pronounce it right. But it's really cool though. It has no clutch, no gear, no gas. So you don't have to worry about filling up gas or oil or anything like that. It does have a plug where you can plug in the charger. And then you can plug that charger at any charging station. And that's pretty nice. I mean, it's super convenient. I was kind of low-key tripping about the guy that drove from San Diego to Florida. That's nuts. I just wonder how many miles is that? Like, how many miles, or how many times do you have to fill up? Because they say that they can charge 60 miles in 30 minutes. So if you do the math, I'm not doing the math because that's just not me. I don't do math unless it pertains to money. So if y'all can do the math, how many times do you have to fill up from San Diego to, not fill up, I'm sorry, charge from San Diego to Florida? So that's a long drive. I'm not doing that, but that's a long drive. The other cool thing is, I noticed a lot of motorcycles don't have a lot of storage, and that's like especially being a female, we carry so much. The fact that they have a really big storage is very clutch, because you know you want to be able to go out and ride your motorcycle and still have the things that you normally carry with you on an everyday basis, as in if you're in a car. Another thing, it can go 200 miles before you need to charge it. So that's pretty nice. 200 miles. That's really far. That is really far before you need to charge it. I mean, this is great for people who don't like being in a car and sitting in traffic, especially in SoCal where the traffic is not the best. But if you want to get somewhere quick and you don't have to worry about traffic, maybe this would be for you. Me, not so much, because I have a lot of anxiety about being in the road, and I can't imagine being on a motorcycle in like open space. So I wouldn't feel protected. So, but yeah, if this is for you, you can go ahead and look at it, look at some different bikes they do have. I'm gonna leave a link below and some articles about the motorcycle bikes, and you can see if you want to get one for yourself or someone that you may know. So yeah, so on to our next video.
The city of Carlsbad is cracking down on e-bikes. The growing popularity of the bikes has led to an increase in crashes and violations. ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco breaks down the new rules just passed by the Carlsbad City Council. Rachel?
Derek, education is a big part of this. Carlsbad police say they have spent months holding seminars, visiting schools, but there are just still too many kids getting hurt.
You can fold it up, put it in your car, so if you got a small compact car, these things will go ahead and go with you anywhere you go. They go like 15 miles an hour.
Steve Palafox is enjoying a day on the boardwalk in Carlsbad. He's visiting from Riverside County. He says his e-bike goes wherever he does.
They're cool. They get you around a little quicker than the regular bikes, and they help you. Say you're going up a hill, they assist you in every way.
But not everyone is riding responsibly. A resident's dash cam video shows a young rider blowing through a red light, no helmet. This is just one example. Carlsbad police say since the pandemic, they've seen an explosion of kids using electric bikes and other motorized devices. Bill Sides lives just off Carlsbad Boulevard.
That's a lot more things to control, and they go too fast, way too fast. They're going faster than the traffic, because the traffic's bad.
Police say from January of 2019 to December of 2021, there were 186 collisions involving e-bikes or bicycles. 163 involved injuries. Tuesday night, the City Council passed an ordinance that adds e-bikes and motorized mobile devices to the existing bicycle code. The regulations target reckless riding with multiple passengers, and they also would require riders to dismount within 50 feet of a pedestrian or a horse on narrow trails. Police say they've seen a lot of problems with e-bike riders on those walking trails. The other new aspect of this, first-time offenders may have the option of taking a safety class about bike education instead of having to pay a fine. The new rules will take effect in May. Reporting live in Carlsbad, Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
Safety is such an issue recently. Thank you, Rachel.
So, you know, I'm tripping out about the guy talking about how like people are going too fast and like reckless driving when like everyday people in their cars cannot drive. There are people that are in their regular cars that cannot drive. You're tripping out about e-bikes, but people in their regular four-wheel car can't drive. And they be drinking under the influence and on their phone while driving. I don't know. I think they should focus on that before this, but whatever. They were also saying that first-time offenders will have to take a safety class. I mean, what safety class do you have to do for an electric bike? Like, it's not a motorcycle, it's a bike. It's just electric bike. I don't know, who knows? They do say it's very eco-friendly, obviously. It speeds up to legally 15.5 miles per hour, but it can go up to 30 miles per hour. So yeah, that's pretty cool. As far as charging, it takes about 2.5 to 8 hours to charge. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a long time. Like, if you're someone that don't really remember to charge, 2.5 hours to me is long to charge a bike. Like, if you got somewhere to be, you got somewhere to be, but just make sure you keep it charged. The cool thing is, if the battery runs out, you can still pedal. It's a motorized bike, right? But when the battery runs out, you're just putting more pressure on your pedals as a regular bike. So basically, it's a bicycle. It's just the electric bike, you don't have to pedal as hard like a normal bike you do. So that's pretty cool. Like, especially if you're going on like terrain areas like mountains or hills. You don't have to like put too much pressure on the pedals. You know, the bike would do it for you. There are different categories of bikes as well. Well, I will leave the link of that below. The cost is between $1,000 to $3,000. I don't think that's a bad price. Like, if you're looking for a bike that, you know, basically does the work for you, you just, you know, putting less pressure on the pedals, that's not bad. Like, I would pay maybe around like $2,000 for it. But for me, I wouldn't get it just because you guys already know I'm really paranoid with anxiety driving, so it wouldn't be for me. But this would be a great gift for someone that does take bikes. I mean, especially like if you're in school or like if you work nearby, like by your house, and you don't really want to drive, and you could just hop on your bike and then boom, 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 there you go. You don't have to worry about traffic. So yeah. So that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully you like my videos. And if not, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well to see upcoming videos. And I'll see you guys soon.